Good morning, dears. How are you all? I hope so good. I am Madhavi, I am your social teacher. Welcome back to our Chanakya family. First of all, thanks to our management for conducting online classes. So, dear students, everyone utilize this opportunity. Stay home, stay safe. First, congratulations to everyone for successfully completed 6th class and welcome to the new academic year. Okay, dears, this is your 7th class social studies textbook. Today I am going to start our history first lesson named by where, when, and how. In this lesson, we are going to learn about different names used to describe the Indian subcontinent and sources of medieval history and historical trends in the medieval period. Before going to the topic, I will ask some questions regarding this history. What is meant by history? History is the systematic study of past events. Is it right? Already you studied in a 6th class, no? In 6th class, you learn all the introduction part of our history. And in 6th class, you learned about ancient history. Historians divided our past into two periods, right? Prehistory and history. Prehistory means before the invention of writing, right? Next, history. History comes after the invention of writing. These historical periods again subdivided by historians. They are ancient, medieval, and modern periods. In 6th class, you studied about ancient history, no? Now, in 7th class, we are going to study about medieval history. In later 8th class, we will going to study about modern history. Okay, children? So, can you repeat once again? Now we are going to study about which period history? Medieval period history. Before going to the explanation, I will introduce one of the famous historian. See in your textbook. His name was Al-Biruni. He came to India in the early medieval period. He was a great traveler, astronomer, and mathematician, historian, geographer, and writer. He wrote book on India is called Tariq al-Hindu. Tariq al-Hind. Now only I said that past is commonly divided into two, prehistory and history. This history again subdivided into ancient, medieval, modern periods, right? How they divided past? Historians divided our past on the basis of changes in social, political, and economic organization and shifts in ideas and beliefs. Each period is distinguished by specific characteristics and developments. The actual duration of the medieval period varies from one region to another region. In Europe, medieval period between 600 and 1400 CE. In India, medieval period extended from 700 to 1750 CE. In our country, India, the medieval period subdivided into the early medieval period and the late medieval period. The early medieval period is from c. 700 to 1200 CE and the late medieval period from c. 1200 to 1750 CE. See children, what is C here? C is an abbreviation or short form of the Latin word circa. It means C means circa means approximately. Circa means approximately. In case of an event for no exact date is known, historians use this letter C. That means that is approximate year. So these are approximate years. Now we are going to learn about different names of India. India has been known by various names through its different historical periods. In ancient period, India was referred by the name Bharatavarsha and Jambu Dvipa. These names are mentioned in both Vishnu Purana and Rigveda. South Asia was called as Jambudvipa or the land of the rose apple tree. These names are mentioned in Puranas and Buddhist texts. These names are mentioned in Puranas and Buddhist texts. See here, Bharatavarsha, Jambudvipa. India was referred by these names. Patanjali was a sage in ancient India. He used the term Aryavarta or land of the Aryas to denote the northern part of India, lying between Himalayas and the Vindhyas. Where did the Himalayas are located? North side of our country, and these are the boundaries of our country also. And Vindhyas are located in the state of Gujarat on the west side. Next, the Jan Avesta is a religious book of the Parsis. In this book mentioned that the ancient Greeks referred to the Indians Indoi or people of Indus. That means the Indus people lived the banks of river Indus. In medieval period, the name Hindustan was gained popularity and the Hind also gained popularity. These names Hindustan and Hind still used in present day India. See here how these two names are gained popularity. You have to know about the importance of these names. The rulers of Delhi Sultanate and Mughals called their Indian empire Hindustan. These two dynasties, Delhi Sultans and Mughals, called their empires, Indian empires, Hindustan. See here why this term came to be used. The India is laying between rivers Indus and Brahmaputra and the Himalaya and Vindhyan mountain range. The term came to be used for the reason of laying between the rivers Indus and Brahmaputra and the Himalayan and Vindhyan mountain ranges. The river Indus or Sindhu formed the western frontier of India. The letter S of Sindhu became H. Why? Because from northwest side visitors or invaders came to India. It became H in a visitor's language. The people living on the eastern side of the river Hindu or Sindhu, they called Hindus in a medieval period. The land of river Hindu became Hindustan. What is our country name? India. Actually, the word India's present name derived from the river Indus. The word Hindustan popular in medieval period. See here. Why? Because the geographical area which was covered by this name varied widely. See here they give an example also. In early medieval period, the name denotes the land lying between the river Indus and its tributaries and the land between Ganga and Yamuna. In the late medieval period, the name came to denote much of what is today modern India, including South India. మధ్యయుగ ప్రారంభ కాలంలో ఆ పేరు సింధు నది దాని ఉపనదులు మరియు గంగా యమున నదుల భూభాగాన్ని సూచిస్తుంది అన్నమాట. తర్వాత చివరి మధ్యయుగంలో దక్షిణ భారతదేశంతో సహా ఆధునిక భారతదేశాన్ని సూచిస్తుంది. దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ వేరియస్ టర్మ్స్ ఫర్ ద ఇండియన్ సబ్ కాంటినెంట్. Now let us going to discuss about sources of history. Already you learned in 6th class, no? Why should we know about the sources? Sources means evidences. Without evidence, no one does not accept, no? Sources are very important in a history. What are the sources of history? Mainly two sources are there. What are they? Archaeological sources and literary sources. Archaeology Archaeology means the study of history through the material remains of human life is known as a archaeology. For example, monuments, paintings, sculptures, inscriptions and coins. These all are comes under the archaeological sources. First let us know about the monuments and buildings. Forts, palaces, temples, tombs, mosques, clock towers, gardens are examples for monuments and buildings. Next, inscriptions. Inscriptions are writings. Mostly these are engraved on a solid surface such as metals, rocks, pillars and stone structures. Next, coins. In medieval period, these coins are made with silver and gold and some other metals. These coins had different scripts and figures inscribed on them. Sculptures means in Telugu Silpalu. Mostly these sculptures are made of bronze, wood. Examples for sculptures are Nataraja and the dancing Shiva. Paintings also one of the important archaeological source. Paintings can be found in the form of murals. That means murals means paintings done on a large wall. Different styles of paintings developed in different parts of India. So paintings also important in archaeological sources. These are monuments and buildings, inscriptions, coins, sculptures, paintings. These all are comes under archaeological sources. Now let us going to discuss about literary sources. Literary sources means they are in a written form. They've written in many languages such as Persian, Sanskrit, Arabic, Urdu, and regional languages. In early medieval period, paper is not available. So mostly they've written on palm leaves, bark of beech trees, and animal skins. Later, in late medieval period, paper became very cheap writing material. Literary sources are two types: religious literature and secular literature. First, religious literature. Religious literature means writings that are related to religion. Example, Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Tripitakas. These are comes under religious literature. Next, coming to the secular literature, these are not related to religion, like biographies, autobiographies, court chronicles, accounts of travels. These are comes under secular literature. Biography means someone's life written by someone else is called a biography. Autobiography means someone's life written by that person only is called autobiography. Court chronicles means accounts written by scholars about kingdoms. That is called court chronicles. Writings of foreign travelers Many foreign travelers, scholars, pilgrims, and royal ambassadors visited India during the medieval period. So these books are comes under non-religious literature. That means writings of foreign travelers. Many foreign travelers, scholars, pilgrims at the time of visited our country, India, in medieval period, they wrote some books about their journey and experience in India. These books are comes under secular literature. Next, royal decrees means they wrote an order given by royals. For example, by the order by king or a queen, they wrote books. Finally, literary compositions and text on music. In Telugu, this is called Sahitya Kurpu and lessons on music. See, in your textbook, they given literary sources of medieval Indian history. First, Prithviraj Raso by Chand Bardai. This is Prithviraj Raso book written by Chand Bardai. That is biography. Biography means someone's life written by someone else, right? An account of Rajputra ruler Prithviraj Chauhan's region. He wrote about Prithviraj Chauhan's region. Next, Humayun Nama by Gulbadan Begum. This is also biography. It tells us about region of the Mughal Emperor Humayun. Next, Babar Nama. This Babar Nama. This is autobiography of Babar. It reveals the detailed attention of Babar paid to the flora and fauna of Hindustan. ఈ బుక్లో బాబరు జంతువుల పట్ల వృక్షాల పట్ల చూపించిన శ్రద్ధ గురించి మనం డీటెయిల్గా తెలుసుకోవచ్చు. తుజ్కి జహంగీరి. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో బయోగ్రఫీ. It provides a fascinating insight into the court politics of the period and provides details of Jahangir's personal life. Futuhati Firoz Shahi. This is autobiography written by Sultan Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Abdul Al Qadir Badanis. Muntakab at Tariq or selection of chronicles. This is court chronicle. This book deals with the region of Babar, Humayun and Akbar. Baranis Tariq Firoz Shahi or Firoz Shah's history. This is also court chronicle. Describe the history of Delhi Sultan. Rajatarangini by Kalhana. Rajatarangini, this book written by Kalhana. This is court chronicle. This deals with the history of the rulers of Kashmir. Abdul Fazil's Akbarnama. This Akbarnama is written by Abdul Fazil. This is also court chronicle. This book tells us about record of Akbar region by court historians. Ain-e-Akbari. This is also court chronicle. The third volume of Akbarnama describes the administration under the Akbar and includes statistical reports of his empire. This book tells us about administration and statistical reports of his empire. Rihla by Ibn Battuta. Account by a foreign traveler. This book written by foreign traveler. Traveler and scholar from Morocco visited India during the Tughlaq rule. Tells us about the geography of India. Next, Al-Biruni's Tariq al-Hind. Account by foreign traveler. Al-Biruni accompanied Muhammad Ghazni on his campaigns into northern India and left an account. Al-Biruni's Tariq al-Hind. This is accounted the journey beyond three seas. accounted by a foreign traveler. An account of Athanasius Nikitin's trip to India. Mirror of countries or the Mirat ul Memalik, a account by a foreign traveler. Sidi Ali Rais was an Ottoman admiral whose travels to the India and other countries are recorded in the book. A Sanskrit Prashasti. This is royal decree. Decree means they wrote an order given by a royals. So in praise of the Delhi Sultan Balban. Now we are going to discuss about broad historical trends in the medieval period in India. Before going to the deep explanation, first let us try and gain a broad understanding of political, social, economic and cultural changes that took place in the medieval period. See first, the rise of regional kingdoms marked in medieval period only. The regional kingdoms are emerged in the medieval period only. Next, did you hear about Rajput kings? These Rajputs are rose in a medieval period only. In north and central India, kings and warriors were called as a Rajputs. This word Rajput is derived from the word Rajputra or the son of ruler. The Rajputs claimed Kshatriya caste status. Now only I said that warriors and kings called Rajputs. Kshatriya means warriors, rulers. So they identify the second Varna. How many Varnas are there? 4. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. These Rajputs are belongs to second Varna, that is Kshatriyas. 4 clans played an important role in the history of this. The 4 clans are played an important role in the history in medieval period. What are they? Pratiharas and Chauhans and Solankis and Pavas. These 4 are played an important role in medieval history. These 4 clans called themselves as the Agnikula. Why? Because they originated directly from a fire. They conducted by Vasishtha Maharshi on Mount Abu. Delhi Sultanate established in this medieval period only, and Turks had arrived from the northwest in this medieval period only. Mughal Empire setting up in the medieval period only. These are the important political events are occurred in this period. The significant political trend in this period was granting lands to nobles by rulers for regular tributes and military help. Here, tributes means gifts. One more important social trend is number of castes are increased and the number of tribal groups are rose with their own castes and number of tribal groups are rose with their own customs and identities in this medieval period. And one more thing is the distinction between rural and urban areas also occurred in this medieval period only. The significant economic trend in medieval